If the door rotates in another direction, we're in trouble. Because that means the hinge is broken. I'm not necessarily in trouble. Maintenance is getting called.
What's the matter, Robin? Huh?
But does not make sense.
Stand up and try closing it or opening, maybe that'll help.
I mean, if, now, creating that torque, maybe, I don't know if this is part of the confusion, creating the torque, if I'm gonna close the door, I have to create a, upward torque.
Yeah.
So, now, to create that, which way do I apply the force? Well, I could push from the outside, or I could pull from the inside, either way. That, my beautiful overhead drawing here, there's my axis of rotation, there's my door. Pull it, push, applying a force there, or pushing or pulling doesn't change the torque. Pushing or pulling might make a difference in terms of how much force you can apply from a realistic point of view.
Wait, so will we have like a word question about the, is it torque brick? So will you tell us where the hinge is,
I'd have to.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cause then that would be confusing, cause then that's, we would like be confused if it would be upward or downward. Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, I have to tell you where the axis of rotation is. With the exception,
No.
if it is in rotational equilibrium, in static rotational equilibrium. Static means it's not moving, rotational equilibrium, not spinning. Or no angular acceleration. So right now, the door is in static rotational equilibrium. If we were doing a force analysis of something that was not going to move and not going to rotate, then, for instance, I have a beam being held up by two pieces of string. The axis of rotation is anywhere you want it to be. So if I choose this to be my axis of rotation, then this, the force that's holding up over here is doing a torque out of the board. Torque, this is also doing a torque out of the board. The weight of this is doing a torque in. If I chose this to be my axis of rotation, this is doing a torque toward the board. This is doing a torque out of the board. And the way I've drawn it right here, the weight is doing a torque, a tiny little torque out of the board.
So when we're using the right hand rule, should we like imagine we're above the item that's like rotating so that we can see if it's upward or downward torque, like?
Or in or out, or, yeah, just, yes. When you said above, that, if I'm rotating my arm like this, I mean, the side view is probably better.
Yeah. Oh.
My muscles are applying a torque pointing to the back of the room, pointing towards the front of the room.
So like when you were doing this, you're looking at if you're looking at the top of the door moving open and closing?
However, yeah, so whether my thumb is, again, my thumb is the axis of rotation, so is it rotating like this or rotating like that?
Oh, okay.
We've now set in place all the pieces. We're being able to do force diagrams, equations of motion with rotation. Up through chapter 5, up through chapter 5, it was all linear. Then we dealt with the idealized case of something moving in a circle. Now we can deal with things that aren't traveling at a constant speed and are changing directions. But that will have to wait. I'm sorry. What it's time to do now is the lab, and we got to shoot stuff.